Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer, and today I am here with the fabulous
Newbill. Hello, darling.
Hello, love, hello, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here
Thank
with
you.
us. It has been a while since the last time I saw you, which was
Yes.
at the Racing Pendarvis
Racing, yeah.
Black History event back in February, which was amazing. And you were on, or you performed at that event.
Uh-huh.
You are on our vlog for this.
Yes, I actually saw it. I did see
Yes,
that.
yes,
I was like, I look
yes,
at
you are actually there. And for viewers out there, if you haven't seen that vlog, go ahead and check it out. That's the Racing Pendarvis Living Black History vlog. Check that out, and you will see Moon Newbill, and you will hear the voice, honey. That voice, that voice.
You making me blush.
Girl,
You're making me blush.
listen, I remember that evening when you took that mic, the room spellbound. They were spellbound. Your voice is like no other. Tell me how you got into singing in the first place.
Probably just like every other Black person in the DC area in church.
There we go. Of course.
I grew up in the church, and my father was the music minister of the church. And so, not unlike the Clock Sisters, we were the ones that got all the music first and had to get up in the middle of the night, learn the part so we can teach it to everyone else.
Yeah.
And I come from a very talented family, and believe it or not, I wasn't the one with the best voice.
Really?
Really?
Wow. So that's a talented bloodline. That's a talented singing bloodline, right?
Indeed.
Oh,
indeed.
wow. Definitely.
Yep.
And there's this thing about your voice. You have this cadence when you speak and when you sing, a specific tone, a specific intonation. It's so unique and so powerful all at the same time. It's a wonder. Did you do any music training or anything, or is it just?
My father trained me from the time I was able to hear music.
Yes.
But I was singing like first soprano at the time. And so my range can go up to first soprano.
Yeah.
But I thought that singing that high was like, to me, I didn't like that. I said, I want to sound like the men. I want to get this like deep growl. So I trained myself by listening to a lot of jazz records.
Yes.
I would try to emulate the horn, especially John Coltrane.
Yeah.
So I would emulate the horn with my voice, and I would do all these things. And I started to listen to a lot of Nina Simone and a lot of women who had these deep, undertones in their voices. And after a while, it became like mastery in a way. I mean, I'm still elevating, when it comes to, but the kind of foundation of that was I need to learn how to hone this instrument, because I don't play the instrument. And so I'm like, this is my instrument, so I have to learn how to play this thing every which way, and it helps as well that I have an overbite, and that actually adds to the uniqueness of my voice as well, because when I phrase things, it has a lot to do with the way that my teeth are constructed in my mouth, and which is why I never fixed it.
See, for everything there is a use, and a wonderful and wondrous use.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly.
See, that is so amazing. Tell me about some of the singers that inspired you. Who are your biggest inspirations?
My biggest inspirations, obviously, Nina Simone.
Yeah.
Obviously. I mean, I love her voice. Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, the basic blues and soul people.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, when I say stan, I was a stan of Josephine Baker.
Oh, yes.
I love Josephine Baker, and so I would listen to just about everything. It's hard to pinpoint one or the other.
Yes.
Because music is just one of those things that just kind of, when I hear it, if it blends, it's like, I can listen to everything. My playlist is absolutely insane.
Yes, definitely. And you know, it's those stories from these people that you take that kind of it helps to build up who you are and how you even do your art now because of those inspirations, you know. Tell me, during this, you know, we're going through this pandemic. Have you been inspired in any way, musically or artistically because of this pandemic or since the pandemic has begun?
Not at all. Let me tell you, sis had a problem. You hear me?
Yeah.
I had a serious problem because I'm so used to going, you know.
Yes, yeah.
And when the pandemic was like, stop, I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Sit still, rest. Yeah. I don't know how to do that. And so when I finally felt like, you know, a little ancestor tap you on the shoulder and go, it's okay, dear, to rest. And I did. And I stayed on the couch for 3 weeks.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
Vegging out, eating all the wrong stuff. I even tried day drinking. And then I said, no way.
Yes.
I said, this ain't working for me, honey. So I need to do something with my life. And so I started to meditate. I started to get more spiritually in tune. Yeah. I started to work on the inside because, you know, we always talk about what we would do if we had enough time. And I had all this time and I'm sitting there like, why am I not doing it? Then it's an excuse I'm using to not accomplish certain things I want to accomplish for myself. And so I started doing that. Yeah. Spending a lot of time with my daughters and my husband. Oh, honey, that's been wonderful. Oh! People ask me,
there we go.
Honey, sex exhausted.
Yes. So you see, the world takes, but it also gives.
Oh, it just gives and gives and gives, honey. Gives and gives and gives. Like I didn't have that problem. That people were having because they actually had to be in the house with the person they married. Man, we've been having a ball up in here.
Yes, yes. And see, that's what I love to hear, which is, you know, a far cry from, because I think the two most prevailing things you're hearing is one, either people, they're now stuck with their spouse, their long-term spouse. It's so annoying and the worst thing ever. Right. Or those people who aren't stuck with someone and so, their complaint is, they haven't gotten any in.
Right.
So those are the two prevailing ones. So it's so great to hear from someone in a situation like yours.
Oh man,
like, honey,
it's been beautiful.
Yes.
And it's just been one of those things where it's like people are so used to their spouses being away or them being away or being able to get away. Yes. And you don't want to deal with whatever issues that are hovering that is probably pops up every now and then in an argument in your relationship. Me and mine, we've dealt with that way before. And so once it happened, it was just like, I'm learning more about this man, and you know, we're working out together, we're getting fit together, we're learning and listening to each other, and it's just been great, you know.
Oh yes, and that's some healing stuff right there. That's some
really and the love and you know, and how I'm really high strung sometimes because anxiety can get to me because I'm an extrovert. I need to be out. Yeah. And so when that happens, he's just this cool, calm, you know, just like, it's okay. Let's go take a bath and just chill. Honey.
Yes.
I wouldn't trade them for nothing.
That is what we love to hear. That is what we love to hear.
You take my cheekbones down. I ain't got much chin no more.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And you know, it sucks so much because you are supposed to make your Ask Rayceen show debut this September.
Right.
Girl. And so, no, as it appears, that won't be happening. Are there, other things that you were excited for this year that sadly you're not able to do now? Because I mean, as a performer, there must be a lot of events that you're like, oh.
Yes. I think before the COVID hit, the last show I did, I made my debut in New York City at the Chelsea Music Hall. Soul in the Horn. Honey, I walked in there, I saw that disco ball, and the dance, and the lights, I said, yes! And they just received me with all this love. And I came back, and it was like everything was shut down, and I was so terribly disappointed. Yeah. I was performing 2 shows at South by Southwest this year. And
wow.
I was supposed to perform at Soto, 2 shows at Soto in DC, canceled.
Wow.
And of course the Rayceen show. Yes. And so it's like a lot of those things, it bugged me. It bugged me at first, but then I was like, there's always a reason for everything. And when I look back in retrospect, it's like, this is probably the best thing that probably could have happened, because I have high standards for my performances.
Yes, yeah.
And if I'm gonna come all the way correct. I'm not gonna be half-assed and nothing, okay? And the audience deserves that from me.
Yes.
And so this gives me more time to perfect my shows, perfect my ideas. I have been recording. And so the recording, definitely that's happening. So it's been okay. I'm just now starting to get my creative buzz back.
Yes.
Because, I mean, like I said, it was dormant for a minute. And, then it was like, okay, I need to do something about this. And so I do have a beautiful tribe that just encourages me and just like, no, we got to get this done. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And so that's been great. But yeah, I'm bummed that I couldn't do South by Southwest. God,
I can just imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Big, I mean.
And I had my hotel, I had my flight, and of course they weren't like reimbursing you for the flight. So I just have, I have the flight just in case, the trip when everything opens back up. But yeah, it was a bummer.
Wow. That's how it is. That's how it is in these COVID streets today, honey. That is how it is. Well, let our audience know how they can follow you and keep up with what you're doing.
Oh well, I'm on IG, Moon Newbill Music on Instagram, Moon Newbill Music on Facebook. I have Moon Newbill Music on YouTube. Where else am I at? Oh, I have a website, www.moonnewbillmusic.com. And yeah, I mean, I'm all over, and I like to have fun, and I just love being myself. So you'll see some strange stuff on me.
Well, we can't wait to see all that you have planned. I'm really, really excited. Thanks so much for joining me today, Moon.
Thank you, darling.
It was a pleasure. And to our viewers, thank you for watching.